Alright guys, so today let's talk about Dog Soldiers, which I just watched recently for the first time because I found the VHS at Goodwill, which is cool that I found it there because I liked finding horror movies out in the wild, and they're more rare than any other genre in the wild for VHSs, like at Goodwills or any other places that have VHSs. So Dog Soldiers I watched. This one starts with a really great opening, and is really intense, and it's like where this couple's in a tent, they're gonna have sex, and then like this character gets pulled out at one of the two, and before he does, like the zipper starts coming off of the tent very slowly in a way where you don't see anything at the beginning of the movie, and I love that. I love how it keeps you in suspense. Like, what is this? What's going on? You literally don't see what it is at the beginning. That's really cool. And I liked the movie at the beginning, but first I thought for a while it was kind of annoying because it kept going back and forth between like, we're in this area now, we're in this area now, we're doing all this now, and back and back and back, in a way where it just kind of bothered me. I don't know why at first, because it was different times too. Like, it starts with the first scene, then the second scene is like hours before, and then the third scene is weeks before. Like, it's weird at the beginning. Only they do that at the beginning, where it's like there's so many different time frames that are so, they like, for some reason they have that in this movie, and I don't get why. And it's not like a giant complaint. It's just a weird thing it starts out with. Like, why does it start out all these different times? I understand if they did it like one time frame and then another time frame, but they did like three of them. That's just kind of odd to me. So I didn't mind the beginning, even though I had some issues with it. I also like how, again, you don't see these creatures for a while until the end of the movie, basically, because it's a real mystery to what is going on in the movie with what are these things. And I love the fact that this one, as it went along, I gained more of a liking for this movie. Like, I thought it was fine at the beginning. I really did. I thought it had a great, thrilling opening, and I thought that it had some weird, like, back and forth time frame things. But then the movie takes it to where it feels like something out of The Thing, like John Carpenter's The Thing, where you really get to know these characters, you really like them, you really care about them, you like their banter, and the tension between them is great, and the humor is great too. Like, they have great jokes as well, and I really like that this movie went that way, where like these characters you really cared about in throughout the movie. I thought that was good. And whenever they fought, you were sad. Whenever they were funny, you laughed. Like, I like how they do this. They did a great job of that. Again, all these characters have great personalities and humor and emotion, and it works very well. There's this score in this movie is one of the most, like, incredible scores I have ever heard in a movie. I did not expect that coming into this horror movie. I did not expect this to have one of the most somber and one of the most beautiful music pieces I've heard ever. Like, there is I think it's called Comrades is what the score track name is called, but it is one of the most moving and one of the most incredibly emotional songs that just works in what happens in the movie with this score at the same time. It's really moving and incredible. I love that. I love the score in this movie. It truly blew me away, and I did not expect that at all. And the creatures too. I think the creatures are actually really good, like, in how they look. Like, I think they look really cool. They've got good effects, and I thought that this works in that way of, like, these creatures are creepy and they feel practical a lot of the time. So I like that as well. The gore is really great too, and again, it's well done, as well as the climax. The climax is very good and very emotional, and it reminded me of, I guess this isn't really a spoiler, but it reminds me of something like the end of Saving Private Ryan. In a way, like, it really feels like that to me, which I really appreciated. And just the ending was thrilling and action packed and really emotional all at the same time. And to have this horror movie do that, I think is incredible. So while I have a couple issues with Dog Soldiers, like, not big issues at all, I just think that there's just a couple things I can complain about, but I really dug the hell out of this movie. This was a really fantastic movie with great characters, great gore, great effects, great action. And I really love the musical score. One of my favorite scores ever now. Just listening to that score, like that song Comrades, or that track Comrades, I've been listening to all the time since I've seen this movie. And it was a week or two ago I watched this movie, so it just blows me away. Really, really like Dog Soldiers. This was a really good one. If you guys haven't seen this one, go check it out. It really does deserve to be seen, especially if you're a horror fan. I think that this is something that should be definitely be seen. So that is it on my review on Dog Soldiers. And so if you guys like this, check out my links down below. And thank you guys again for taking your time to watch this. And I'll talk to you guys next time.